Hey everybody, Douglas Blair Roberts here, the Super Vader 400 and the brown skin Hewitt, coming back at you with another video cartoon intro remake review intro. This is the intro to various remade cartoon reviews and rants. For some odd reason, even though I did do this in the past, when it one of the Sonic songs I used has a copyright on it, and it's not a big deal. But if I ever when I decide to set this channel up, when I get eligible for monetization, I can't get any money from ads from the video, so that's why I'm just redoing it with two different songs that surprisingly don't have copyrights on them. This version is the same as the last one, except my clothes and stuff will be different, and of course the intro songs will be different. Instead of using what I'm made of, I will use the songs intros will be Weekend and Sonic's Back in Time. And for cartoons that do deserve a rant, or for videos that do deserve a rant, what I'm made of will be used as the outro for the various cartoons. So yeah, this is the intro to various narration. Part 1 will be narration. Second part will be season and episode webcam reviews spliced together to one video. Some of these won't go on all platforms. Yes, some of these will only go on YouTube, and some of these will only go on Facebook. So with that being said, let's get started right now. Let's go back in time to when television and cartoons were great.
everybody, it's time for my part 1 narration review of a 1991 Trauma Entertainment classic cartoon, The Toxic Crusaders, based upon the Toxic Avenger film franchise. This is my part 1 narration. To see the larger part 2 real life superhero narration with intro, the link will be in the description box below. Yeah, got into Toxic Crusaders in 2014. I've been a huge fan ever since. I instantly became a huge fan of this cartoon because it was different from other superhero mutant comedy adventure cartoons at the time, in that it was a comedy and a parody, something that caught me off guard, because the show actually looked pretty serious and complete opposite to what the cartoon actually was. It's a superhero comedy cartoon that parodies superhero and environmental cliches and doesn't and none of the characters doesn't take itself seriously. All of the characters act like and know he or she is in a cartoon. One such character, the main antagonist, one of the henchmen and main antagonist, Psycho, voiced by the legendary Michael Piller, said has the ability to predict the future, has the ability to predict the future and to predict that the good guys winning, much to the dismay of the main antagonist, Dr. Killamoff, one of the coolest bad guys of all time in Saturday morning cartoons. What else about the Toxic Crusaders? Yeah, this is my short review of the cartoon, short thoughts on the comic book and the 2023 video game. Yeah, Toxic Crusaders. Toxic Crusaders, of course, loosely follows the plot of the film, where the main character, Melvin Junko, who works at the Tromville gym, is typically harassed by bullies. They trick him into wearing a tutu. He trips and falls into a trash can of chemicals and becomes a superhuman mutant of superhuman size and strength. Green mutant of superhuman size and strength, and immediately heads for the junkyard after scaring his mother, and meets Yvette, a nearsighted woman who plays the accordion, who is similar to Sarah, who is based on Sarah and Claire from the live action movies, and also gets into a fight with Bonehead and some thugs, and knocks Bonehead into a trash can of chemicals, which turns him into a mutant skeleton zombie type warrior, and he assists Dr. Killamoff. He joins up with Dr. Killamoff to get revenge on Toxie. Toxie is then joined by two other mutants, Major Disaster and No Zone. Major Disaster, a Swamp Thing inspired mutant who control plants, and No Zone, a mutant with a funny nose who can blow. In episode 2, they're joined by Headbanger, who is Fender and Bender fused together via atom splashes, who initially served Dr. Killamoff but joined after seeing that the women prefer good guys over bad guys, heroes over villains. And in episode 3, they're joined by a mutant anthropomorphic talking dog in Junkyard, who is a fusion of a human and a dog fused together through radiation or pollution. I keep forgetting what it was that fused them together. And that's what episode 1 through 3 was, an introductory arc introducing you to the main characters. Then the main antagonist of the series is Dr. Killamoff, a giant mutant anthropomorphic bug with 4 arms, who disguises himself as a doctor and a businessman in a suit with a face mask, breathing apparatus, and another face and hair mask to pose as an actual human. And what else about Dr. Killamoff? Dr. Killamoff and I mentioned his henchman, Psycho, the half mutant, half cyborg, who has the uncanny ability to predict the future, much to the anger of Dr. Killamoff. Dr. Killamoff, and I already mentioned Bonehead. They're also assisted by Mayor Grody, based upon Mayor Peabody from the live action 1984 live action film. And Yeah, the overall main antagonist, my least favorite character, is Zarzosta, whom even Dr. Killimov takes orders from. He's my overall least favorite character. So yeah, like all the characters except for him. Yeah, with Toxie, Major Disaster, No Zone, Dr. Killimov, and a one-time character and hero named Mr. Earth being my all-time favorites, plus more Alien Headbanger are my all-time favorite and best characters. Yeah. What else about the Toxic Crusaders? Yeah, she only ran for 13 episodes. I enjoyed them all, with episode 7 in my opinion being the best, and 13, 12 and 13 I guess having the best plots. What else about the Toxic Crusaders? Oh yeah, and the show was so popular it spawned its own Sega Genesis video game. Sega Genesis is a Super Nintendo video game. I haven't played the Super Nintendo version, but I played the Sega Genesis game, which was hard, but phenomenal. Gave us more of what the cartoon should have gave us, and that was more action, more boss battles. The lack of actual hand-to-hand combat action is one of the things I don't like about this cartoon, and one of the reasons I think it didn't last long. Yeah, it couldn't have the bloodbaths of the movie, but it should have had more intense fight scenes. It's mostly comic book cartoonish fight scenes. Next, what else about the Toxic Crusaders? Oh yeah, the Toxic Crusaders. Yeah. Then later they also had a comic book produced by Marvel that is based upon the plot of the Toxic Avengers and features the violent, dark and gritty tone that movie series had. However, it has the artwork and the artwork and the green character designs that were present in the 1991 cartoon. The comic book is like an edgy comic book reboot of the cartoon. I've only read one issue of, I think, the 6 to 7 issues. The series is phenomenal. See, the links will be in the description box below. If I forget to put them there, just ask me and I'll provide you with the link. And then you got the 2023, next finally, the 2023 video game. Oh yeah, the video game. Toxic Crusaders. Finally, I'm just happy that there is more Toxic Crusaders stuff. There's some Toxic Crusaders material being released in the 2020s. They have their own action beat 'em up, updated action beat 'em up games similar to their Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo games, except this one is much more updated for Steam. It will be released in 2024 for Steam and various consoles with various features. Yeah, I can't wait. I talk more about this in the part 2, and I'll talk more about the game in an individual video. But yeah. So with that being said, this has been my review of the Toxic Crusaders. The links to part 2 and the comic book and the Sega Genesis game and Sega Genesis game will be in the description box below, as is the trailer for the 2023. But if I forget to put any of these, just ask me, and I'll provide the links. So with that being said, you don't hear
with my friends by my side. We are bringing out the best in